It was also nice just to, because I am a full-time Beachbody coach, so it was just nice to be able to go to Los Angeles and actually wear adult clothes again and not my PJs and my workout clothes. So it was nice to dress up again and just, go out and have fun. And then obviously going to events, it's like any event, summit, super Saturday or super weekend. When you come back from those events, you're pumped up again, you're full of inspiration and motivation, and you got that momentum going again. So for me, it's another reason I really like to go to these events, and the fact that, I earned the opportunity to go to this one. Another thing I love is now that we are back from the event, we have an NLC push group. So where us coaches that went to the event are now sharing info and materials to help each other out, and we're just pushing each other to go big, to dream big, and to hit 5-star elite. So that is another thing I absolutely love about it. So how do you earn NLC? You have to become a 1-star diamond coach. You have to maintain that obviously for 6 weeks. So your coach has to maintain their status for 6 weeks. And then you have to achieve that by the end of any given year. So for me and Heather, we had to achieve it, I guess, by, what was December 26th, 2018, I think, Heather?
I think it was actually sometime in November that you have to start the 6-week qualification.
But then obviously the girls that hit it before that automatically got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then also you have the opportunity to earn your hotel for free, and you have to obtain 25 elite points, and they pay for your hotel. So that's awesome too. So trainings, do you want me just to get right into kind of like my takeaways from the trainings? Sure.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So I'm mainly going to talk about like the ones that stuck out to me the most that, I found like a lot of the coaches were talking about. Like there was the obvious ones, like the vital behaviors, and to use Instagram now. A lot of them are using Instagram now, Instagram stories. Do your daily checklist, the new Success Club tracker. They also talk about like rewarding your coaches. Coaches want to feel appreciated. So reward the coaches on your team, even if it's something small. Because I know starting off as new coaches, I didn't have a lot of money when I first became a coach. So I started off with a little prize. So I used to have a jewelry company. So when I first started off as a coach, I would make like little emerald keychains and stuff for them. So I feel that anybody showing them that you appreciate them it goes a long way. And then personal development was another one that was talked about a lot. And I can honestly say from my experience, like I used to do about 4 hours a day of personal development. And now just with my newborn, I'm doing about 30 minutes a day, and I can feel the difference. So the more personal development you can do, but also implement, it goes a long way. Some of the books that Amy Rada recommended and the ones that I have read. So I'm recommending the ones that I have read and also the ones that she has read that she recommended. So Failing Forward, the 10X Rule, which is one of my favorites. Laws of Leadership, I have not read, but she recommended it. So that's on my list to read. Present Over Perfect was also on my list for me to read because I haven't read it. I've read the 12-week year, 5-second rule, Miracle Morning. And then Mastering Your Mean Girl is also another one that I have on my list to read that she recommended that I've never read. So there's some books for you all to take with you. And then I guess, so my biggest thing for training for like that the top coaches talked about that's helping them is organization. So they are creating, for me personally, what I've been doing is I'll do like a post saying like, February 3rd, free group. So I have a post with it all written down. I don't use like the calendar layout, which is what I'm going to start implementing now so that my coaches have it and they can print it off and kind of like put it up on their wall in their office or at home or on their fridge so they can see it. So top coaches are using those calendars. They're setting like their whole month ahead of time so their coaches know it. So like I said, free groups, sneak peeks, you know, new Beachbody launch dates are on there, team calls. So, and then also they are setting goals. So not just monthly goals, they're setting weekly goals, they're setting monthly goals, they're setting quarterly goals, bi-yearly goals, and yearly goals. So, and I'm somebody who struggles with organization, so it's definitely something I have to improve on, but it's definitely been better than what it was when I first started coaching. So if you're somebody who also struggles with organization, it probably will get better, but at the same time, you can still run your business and not be completely organized. Also, set your week ahead of time was another thing that stood out to me. And I do this, but sometimes, you know, life gets in the way and I fall off a bit. But if you can keep track with your daily checklist and like write it on there so that you know, it obviously will help when you go through that power hour to make sure to implement that for the day. But for example, like setting out your week was like Monday, you already know that you're going to do a coach inspirational post. Tuesday, you're going to share some type of transformation story. Wednesday, you're going to share an invite. Thursday, you're going to do a coach sneak peek. And this is also going to help so that when you do sit down, you're not sitting there wasting time trying to figure out, like, what do I write about, right? So, and then also another thing they shared a lot about was creating action plans for new Beachbody products and launches, and not to be like sharing about them 3 days prior to them launching, and, you know, getting people interested, set up in a group like 3 weeks in advance or a month in advance, you know, getting events out there, talking about the products on your social media 3 weeks, a month, even 2 months in advance. So that was another thing in the trainings that really stuck out to me, which I do implement. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I have for you today. And then I have like my big takeaway, which I can share at the end, Heather, if you'd like.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much, Kara. So this event was amazing. And probably my favorite part was just being there, being surrounded by all the other coaches, because the energy is just so high. And like she said, it was similar to a summit, but more intimate. And so we did get more attention. We had more one-on-one time speaking with other coaches and kind of getting a feel for how they run their businesses. And, you know, so that was really cool to make those connections with them. And they just, you know, they treated us really well, spoiled us.
Can I say one thing before I forget?
Yeah, for sure.
Another thing, you know, the trainings were great, but a lot of the stuff that I took home with me, I actually learned from the other coaches. So it wasn't just the trainings. It was what I learned from other coaches and just talking to them about what was working for them. So.
Yeah, I love that. And it's so cool when we network with other coaches in this company, how much we can learn. So never be afraid to reach out to other coaches. If you see somebody who's doing well and you really admire them or whatnot, go ahead and ask them for help, or, you know, ask them questions, because they're more than happy to help, you know. So, so yeah, she mentioned that we did like dinners, parties. We worked out with Autumn. So she did the brand new 21-day fix workout, so we couldn't videotape it. So that was kind of a bummer, but it was also pretty exciting at the same time. And we are so stoked about that new launch. And that's, like Kira said, it's so important to be talking about the launches before it actually happens. And that's something that I kind of struggle with. So it's good to hear it from them. And Ali Tessitore had an incredible calendar. And you can just tell she's such a type A personality. So it really helped me kind of see how I should be setting up my month and how I need to be thinking in advance of what's coming. Always keep in mind of what's coming next, what product launch, what deadline, what, you know, when does the qualification start and when does it end, and things like that. So Ali, she spoke a lot about organization and the calendar, and I know I shared that in our page, but I can post it in here again in the comments of when I post this recording. What I learned from her is that, like, they're doing coach info sessions every other week. I know a lot of the top coaches do them like every week, but Ali does them every other week. That's something that I want to start implementing. I've been doing them like once a month. And how she does it is it's like 3 days, and she and 2 of her top leaders will go live in the group. So that's something that I'd like to implement. Amy Rada spoke about how to use IG as accountability. And Amy Rada has a different approach with her social media where she actually posts like 6 times a day or more to build up momentum and to get more eyes on your stuff and for people to really know, like, and trust you. And the thing is she's posting 6 times a day, but she only talks about Beachbody once or twice a week. So it's really important for us to not be talking about Beachbody all the time, but be talking about things that we love, you know, inspiring and motivating and things like that, rather than talking about that all the time. And that's something that I struggle with as well. Just because, you know, that's something that I love and I love sharing about it. So, but it's hard. I need to like step back away from that. Anticipating launches. Let's see. Keisha Fitzgerald spoke and she was awesome. Wait, is it Fitzpatrick? Yeah.
Yes.
Keisha is awesome because she's just super high energy, really exciting. She builds a lot differently than the other coaches. So like Amy Rada and Ashley Molstad, they will get like 100 Success Club points a month, and Keisha gets like 10. So, and the difference is that she doesn't send as many invites, but she really connects with people on a more intimate, emotional level. And then she turns them into leaders and she builds leaders. And so that's why Keisha has been so successful, and also because she makes it so fun. She's like, there's no reason for me to be doing this if it's not fun. So if you ever go and look at Keisha's stories, you'll see like how excited she is. She's like dancing around in all of her stories. It's really funny. But that's the type of people that she attracts because she has that high energy. And it makes people interested and want to be a part of it because they see how fun it is. And yeah, they're just attracted to her energy. So one thing that I love is someone mentioned in your Insta stories, you should be doing 5 things every single day. And so I actually put it on a sticky note and I make sure that I do this every day now. Number 1 is your workout. So show a video clip of your workout. Number 2 is share about one of the products, but don't say the product name. Just kind of share about what it is and what it does for you without saying the name, or else they'll go to like Amazon and buy it. Number 3 is add value to your target market. So share a little tip, whether it's a recipe that you're making or some lesson that you learned. Number 4 is talk to the camera. So you're going to be talking to your phone, like you're FaceTiming someone, and they said not to say you guys. They say talk like you're talking to one person. And they also talked about how you should write down in a journal post or something the exact type of person you would want to work with. And that's the person that you're talking to every single time you get on your IG stories, is that coach that you're wanting to attract to your team. And then number 5 is share about your work. So make sure that you're sharing that you're actually working. Like show yourself working at your computer or writing in your journal, or talk about how you worked this morning for this long, or now I'm going to work on more coaching stuff. Now I put the kids to bed, I'm going to do a little bit more coaching stuff, you know, just so that people see that it's a business that you're actually working. Because if they just see that you're working out and having fun, then they don't understand that there's actually work that goes into it and a lot of effort. So, and that'll also attract people who want to work to your business. And then something else I learned from Ashley Molstad is that she actually spends 90% of her time on her own business. So I know Scotty tells us like once you're building a team, it should be more like 80-20 and 20% on your team. But I was kind of surprised that Ashley actually still spends 90% on her own business. So that was interesting to me. You really have to focus on your business. And especially for new coaches, it's important to remember that where your team is a lot smaller than some other coaches, you should have plenty of time to be inviting and being able to get a lot of people through the door, because you're not working on growing leaders at this moment, but just trying to get more people through the door. So let's see. Something else I loved is we should share our struggles and how we have overcome them because of this. So share whatever struggle it was that you had before you started coaching that this has solved. So I know that I share posts about this. Like before I started, I really didn't have that many friends. And so this has connected me with an incredible community and a sisterhood. And then like also my other struggles were like working all night long and working holidays and nights and weekends. And so now I don't have to do that. So find whatever struggle it is that you had before, or maybe your struggle was you didn't know how to lift weights, or you didn't know how to eat right, and share how being a part of this community has changed that for you, and the problems that it solves now that you are a coach and a part of this. And let's see, something that Ali Tessitore said was that making posts is your business. So every single day we should be posting on social media, and they need to be very professional. It needs to be clean. It needs, the images need to be bright and clear and crisp, and be consistent with the messages that you're sharing. And then she talked about how you can brand different, you can use hashtags and things, create a brand around new launches. So when they did 80-Day Obsession, they were Obsession Babe. And so we have our Ultimate Portion Fix coming out on March 4th for coaches, and that's going to be huge. That's just next Monday. So that's something that we really need to be talking about and promoting right now. And then it comes out on the 18th to everybody. Let's see if there's anything else. Amy also talked about how they asked her how she grew such a huge following. She has 73,000 followers on Instagram. And how she does it is she will go and she does the 5-3-1 method. So she'll go to somebody's page and she'll like 5 of their pictures, comment on 3, and then she'll follow them. And then when they accept her follow and they follow her back, that's when she sends them a message, just introducing herself and asking about them. And then also you can do commenting pods, things like that. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I really liked Keisha when she invites people to the opportunity. I love her script that she uses where she asks what health and fitness goals are you working on? What's working well for you right now, and what's not working as well as you'd like? I really like that because it's very open and they can get into more detail about what's working and what's not. And so I've changed my wording to that, and it's helped a lot for people to be more specific about what they're working on. So yeah, it's awesome. Definitely worth the time and the effort. Every time I go to an event that I've earned, it makes you appreciate it that much more. It makes you love it even more because you know that you earned it, and you know that the hard work that you put in is paid off. And so I think that's what's really fun about it too. And the Success Club trips, because pretty much anybody can go to Summit, but to get to these events, you have to really put the work in. And so it makes you appreciate them even more. So I think that's everything. What's the last thing that you wanted to share, Kira, about your biggest takeaway?
You can still hear me, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So it was just a takeaway that I have that I can't remember who said it. It was one of the corporates. And it's just kind of something that's stuck with me because obviously I know we all have struggles. We've all probably fallen flat on our faces before. We're all still here. We've all, picked ourselves back up. And something I'm always telling my team is to believe in themselves. I'm somebody who struggled with belief for a really long time. I'm not going to get into my whole background right now because I'll be on here forever. But, I'm somebody that grew up with, rheumatoid arthritis. I had it since I was the age of 2. So I had that barrier. I had a learning disability. So I was an outcast right from the beginning. So it was really tough on me growing up. And so that belief was something, and that confidence was something I lacked. So, this journey hasn't been easy for me, but I was the girl, who started as a coach in my first year of coaching, was so shy I would not even post a video on social media. Wouldn't do it, I wouldn't even post a video of me working out. And now today here I'm talking to you guys. I talk to my team. I post videos. I talk on my Instagram stories. So, this company has obviously changed my life in personal growth. But when you're ever feeling down, just know that and something corporate said was basically be here a year from now. The reason that I am still here is because I love this community, and it has changed my life. With the personal growth, everything. I've met some amazing people. I wouldn't know Heather, and I wouldn't know Dana, actually, one of my coaches that's on, if it wasn't for Beachbody. And if I would have quit all those times I, fell on my face, I wouldn't be a 1-star diamond right now. So what corporate said was basically that we are a baby company. We aren't that big yet. Obviously, we are a billion-dollar company, but we're only in Canada, we're only in the US, the UK, and we're just opening up in a 4th place. So if you just continue to get through all the fire that this business or life just keeps throwing at you, and you just keep going after your goals and focusing on you and your growth, and you're here at 10 years from now, okay? Say your goal, your ultimate goal is to be a 15-star diamond coach. Even if it takes you 10 years to become a 15-star diamond coach, you are still way ahead of everybody else out there, because they're not going to retire for another 20, 30 years. And so even when they do retire, they're still probably not going to have that financial freedom that so many of us are probably looking for, because I know a lot of people are looking for it, and a lot of my coaches are. For me personally, my huge why in this business is personal growth because of my background. So just be here a year from now. Don't give up on yourselves. And yeah, you got this. So I just wanted to share that because it just reminded me again that to stick with it.
Awesome. I love that so much. Yes, definitely believe in yourself. Be here forever. Like, don't give up. This is like a forever thing. This isn't like, one and done. I feel like there's some people who come in and then they leave as quickly as they came in. So really awesome to watch, because I agree with you, Kira. Like, there's been a lot of times where I seriously came to a breaking point and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Like, this is killing me. I was thinking that in my mind, but like never once did I ever like think that I would ever want to quit, because it has changed my life so much. Mm-hmm. And like the personal growth has probably been the biggest for me as well. Like the amount of confidence I've gained, the lessons that I've learned through the struggles are seriously incomparable to anything I've ever done before. So awesome to see how far we can come and how much we can grow with this business and this community. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. We appreciate you and all that you do. You guys are amazing coaches, and we are so proud and so honored to have you as a part of our team. So thank you so much, Kira. You did amazing, and we loved hearing from you. You did awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions for us before we go? We have like 7 minutes. If you can think of anything, just let us know. I still have some slides from NLC that I can share. If there's a certain one that you're looking for, I'll post Allie's calendar so you guys can take a closer look at that. I really liked how she does a different team call each week for certain types of coaches. So like 1 week is Emerald, 1 week is like level up leaders. So like the highest leaders in our company and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'll share that with you guys. But thanks so much, everybody. Hope you guys have a great night. Keep up the amazing work. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Kira.
Yeah.